I wanted to let you know that there are faces involved in agriculture. This is my family in a field of grain sorghum, which is another major crop that we raise. This was taken a few years back, but I want you to know that when you see our cotton coming into your facility or into your warehouse, all of these people are engaged in that enterprise. We live in the cotton field, and my children actually work on the farm and help us and help manage it, but they also have beautiful grandchildren that play in the fields. Our family for generations has been in this business. It's the values and the effort and the energy placed into stewardship that's who we are, because we know that at the end of the day, we're going to pass the land and the opportunity to farm to the next generation. And when we pass it along, we want it to be better than what we started with. Not just the yields and the financial rewards, but the natural resources that we pass on. We want them to be better. Here's a piece of equipment that we use. If you'll notice up on the top, this is a satellite antenna. And so the tractor is steered through the field by this system that takes satellite signals on GPS. It's plus or minus 1 inch of deviation. So it's very precise. And whenever I make a row this year, I can come back next year to the same exact position. And so when we put nutrients down, like fertilizer, we put it with 2 inches to the right of the seed and 4 inches under the seed. And that's perfect placement, so that we don't have to put extra fertilizer across the whole field. We put it right where the plant needs it. It's efficient, but it's also good environmental practice. Now, this is the inside of the tractor, and you'll see there's a monitor screen there that displays information. This tells us is whether the seed are being dropped correctly. Right now you see red bars up there. Whenever you start planting, those bars should go green. And we can set the population of seeds per acre. In this case, it's 45,000 seeds is our target planting rate. And while we're planting, we can vary all kinds of things. But one thing that's really special about this system is that we can actually have variable seeding rates throughout the field. We can draw a map on the computer telling the planter how many seeds we want to drop in each area of the field, because some of the soils that we have respond better to high populations than they do to low populations. So we actually draw a map on the computer, and as we go through the field, the planter makes the decision that we've directed it to do to reduce the seed population or raise it in process while we're driving. And also, if we're putting in fertilizer with the seed, it regulates that flow, and we control it on a separate set of metrics. This is all while we're going. There's grass in the foreground. That's one of those grass strips that we deploy to keep any of the runoff to a minimum coming out of the fields. And if we don't do a good job of environmental protection, if we don't do a good job in managing runoff and managing all the things that go into our system, there won't be any redfish for me to catch or my son-in-law to catch. And so we've been doing this for generations. We've been protecting the environment for generations because we're the very first environmentalists that showed up on the scene in South Texas and across the United States and Australia. I'm very excited about the future that this crop has for us. And I believe this signifies where we are today with cotton leaves. This is an initial effort to tell you what we've already been doing. But it really is important because it is an opportunity for a new beginning for the cotton industry that will not only benefit you as in your role in the industry and me and my role in the industry, but I believe that getting cotton to consumers will benefit them all. It's the best thing that we can do in our chosen line of work to help the most people, because it's real, it's natural, and it's comfortable.